And now, just like every week, here's your weekly Plumes multicultural experience.
Yeah. Okay. Boom.
Wait a minute, look at this! Oh my God! Michael says, I think pull the cameraman! Yeah! Oh, God! What velocity!
Double noggin knocker! Oh my!
16-foot line! Did it! A death-defying leap!
Party on top of the camera! Don't do it, Undertaker! Cheers, too far away!
Shawn Michaels doesn't do it! He's touching his tongue! Oh, what? No! Oh, my God! Are you kidding me? No, don't do this!
The superplex! The king size superplex!
Oh, no! Oh, no! Oh, no!
Oh my God! Oh Lord! Madison Square Garden! A 500-pound superplex! Oh my God! Holy! The hell supposed to do it?
The king-size zebra pants.
Superplex! The cage broke! The ring broke!
I don't know what was going on there, but I liked it. Welcome, everybody, to tonight's Plumes of Hazard. That was a very interesting intro.
Don't do it! Don't do it!
A lot of people liked it. So
The king-size zebra pants.
That was a king-size superplex, I believe he said.
Oh, king-size zebra pants.
no, a superplex. Yeah, I love Jerry the King Lawler. He's hilarious. Him and JR was the best. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. And
Brandon said, that's not what you meant by Massey was milling titans.
Yeah, that would be mass milling titans if he's using a fucking sharp ass chisel and a hammer.
Yeah, that's no bueno. Welcome.
Yeah, that was intense. Like, how do we top that?
Yeah, I don't know, man.
It's all downhill from here tonight.
I'm all worked up. After all that. What do they call that? Javelining? What is that called? Daggering. There you go. Something like that. So much. Get it? Ah.
Was it Javali? Oh.
Javelinas? Yeah. So it's better than saying monkeying around. I mean, come on. Listen.
Whoa.
Whoa. I'm feeling uncomfortable here.
No, here. To feel uncomfortable, just put this on your screen. So I'm Master Lesson on, and here are my co-hosts. We got Fubaka over there with all the fans, and
these are the 3 fans left in Plumes. 1, 2, and 3 behind the door.
A man who needs no introduction. He's got a portrait of none other than Magnetism Man. It's the Axel Vapor, Shiklansa. Shiklansa Fox.
I need a Seltzer sponsorship now, too, in combination with a chip sponsorship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good shit.
What's good, y'all?
My sweat tastes like lobster butter. No one knows. Okay.
Okay.
Maybe he's been in Maine for a while and been eating too many roast
Lobster.
Lab stuff. Hello, everybody. How are you guys doing?
Welcome. Welcome.
Busy tonight. That's good.
Remember that in a few days' time, you will be searching for some huevos. So,
Huevos?
yeah, huevos.
Huevos.
So start hiding them.
Are we frying them? Or I
already ate my huevos like an hour ago. Fuck Easter. I'm hungry now.
What the hell is the proud thing behind Angsty's head?
That's a white power plant.
That's the extension. That's the extension. So my furnace runs from my
actually
up.
That's his AC.
His house.
That's his. That's his AC. Dude, how awesome would it be if we could stack ourselves like we were in the same building? Ahmed in the basement, me in the middle, and fucking Angsty with the flute up there on the top.
That's the wastewater coming down from the upstairs.
Yeah. So that's why my furnace is so loud. It's keeping my house warm and Angsty's house.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it needs to keep Texas warm.
So to answer the question appropriately, while it does look like all of those things, and also sometimes looks like a hat, or just like this, it's a really weird lamp that my wife bought me a long time ago.
It's a big bowling pin.
Yeah, it looks like a big bowling pin. I got a matching one on the other wall.
It's actually Fubaka's sploof.
It looks like a drip tip on my cardo tank like some years ago.
It does.
It's like a Diet Ming tip.
That's what happened when Fu left his rolling papers. Turned into that big ass fucking thing. Let's sploof.
Oh man,
So what's been going on, y'all?
I feel like the fuck.
The hell was that?
I don't know.
Ghost and stuff?
Maybe a bat flew in my window or something. I don't know. that does happen. So this is in the front of my house where my office is, and I do have birds hit it periodically, especially in the not the winter months because there's not so many birds flying around. But the problem is because my house faces basically the sun. So that window gets a lot of reflectivity going on. And I think it messes with birds' their eyes.
Oh, the front, the window in my living room, dude. Remember, like that would be like a bird a week. Used to.
Yeah.
I don't know. They may have wisened up or something, but they still do it. And I get the occasional. Somehow a bird gets into my chimney, and I hear fluttering, and I'll like wake up and make coffee, and I hear. I'm like, fuck,
motherfucker.
Because dude, I have to open all my windows.
Yeah, and then open the flue.
Then I open my door, keep the storm door open, and then hopefully I cover the windows, the ones that don't open, and I have to hopefully guide it out.
Is it caught by the flue? Do you have that closed or something?
Yeah, and I have to open it.
Yeah.
So I wanted to do a quick PSA, public. Actually, it should be a PSI, public service ice cream announcement. Just want to let everybody know, Ben & Jerry's now has non-dairy peanut butter half-baked and cinnamon buns.
Yeah, because Halo Top's been kicking their ass on the shelves. So they're like, oh, okay, there might be something to this. Huh.
Somebody's got to buy another $10 pint of ice cream. We also got the new flavors out. Chocolate Shake It, Chillin' in the Roast, and Caramel Chocolate Cheesecake.
What was the one I had? Urban
Good
Bourbon or
stuff.
Bourbon something? It was fucking...
Dude, the Chillin' in the Roast has cold brew coffee ice cream with chocolate cookie covered coffee liqueur, truffles, and fudge swirls.
Stop. I'm not going to the store after the show.
Stop it, Ron. Stop.
Stop.
Cheesecake?
I'm trying to eat better.
Cracker? No, I think the coolest though is the ice cream bars. Chocolate cookie swirls and gobs of peanut butter for the Tonight dough. Check them out.
Banana Split Master Race.
Banana splits.
Oh, see, London is in Maine. He said he's getting hammered up in Maine, boys. Lobster butter.
There you go.
Lobster.
He's sipping on some Lefroy, and I don't know how to say that. If that's the wrong way to say it, I have no idea because that's one of my least favorite whiskeys. I do not like that Isle of Islay stuff. It tastes like drinking dirt that's underneath a peat moss campfire. It's awful. It's just the worst.
That's a pretty good description.
That's exactly what it tastes like. It's a peat moss campfire. You just like drinking filtered water through it. Ugh.
It's a wet, mossy.
Yeah, peat moss fire.
Burnt tire syndrome.
Scott Bogfoot says non-dairy. What's it made of? Cold sawdust.
Probably coconut milk.
Mm.
Yeah,
Coconut milk.
they actually have a bunch of non-dairy flavors. There's cinnamon buns, peanut butter half baked, caramel almond brittle, cherry Garcia, chocolate fudge brownie, chunky monkey, coconut 7-layer bar, coffee caramel fudge, and
coconut
PB and
7-layer
cookies.
bar sounds like my shit.
They're actually made with almond milk, and it's 100% certified vegan and all that other good stuff. So
Rather coconut. Wait, the coconut 7-layer bar is made with almond milk and not coconut milk.
Yes. Well, it's because almond milk provides the best, basically blank canvas to be able to make the flavors. So mix it with caramel, nuts, and chocolate. That's all sourced and all certified vegan and good to go.
Mark Elliott says, I hear the Dalmore 50 is nice. I'm sure it is very nice. I'm sure it is. I've not had that one. I don't make that kind of scratch. No. My wife, who's very understanding and awesome in general, I'm pretty sure she would have my nuts if I bought a bottle of 50-year-old scotch.
I don't know, man. Macallan 12 is where it's at for me. That's like...
There's nothing wrong with Macallan 12.
I mean, like, the older, like, whiskey I've had, it just ends up being just too sweet for my taste. I think the 12 is, like... For the 4 Scots watching.
Oh, Sick Boy. When somebody else is paying Sick Boy, Oban is very nice. That's true. It's true. Glenmorangie is pretty peaty. It can be, but they've got a lot of different barrels, and some of them are very not peaty. I don't mind most of the Morangy stuff. I put away my the whiskeys that I had on my desk last week or 2 weeks ago, whenever that was.
The amber lamps.
Yeah, my Aberlour. Oh, Sick Boy's he works at a bar. Hell yeah, I'll drink your Oban all night. I definitely used to call that Oban, by the way, until Todd told me that was wrong. I don't call it Oban anymore. Collared shirt tonight, Foo. You're looking quite proper.
Yeah, I didn't change when I got home from work. So. It's a little wrinkly. If I could slept in this shit.
It's all right. You got a pen ready to go, though. It doesn't even look chewed on.
No, I don't chew on pens anymore.
I thought we had this whole conversation about you doing so.
No, I used to do it in high school so people wouldn't take my pens.
I see. Ken Hartman Balvini is really good. I like Balvini.
Like sometimes you're like looking for a pen or something, write something down. A couple of jobs I did it at too. I would intentionally bite my pen. You wouldn't pick up a pen to take a note if it's got like fucking bite marks. Exactly. Exactly.
Nasty.
No, I cherish my pens. So I'll do the occasional like,
Sure, but not like chewing it.
No. Yeah. I don't need to dull my molars.
Hey, Foo.
What are you vaping on?
Huh. What are you vaping on?
Oh. Same shit as last week, man. I got the Scion 2 with Foo's Gold on the Hexane. And I got the SX Mini with the K-Phone 5 with some paste. That almond tip dough. Now, actually, something I didn't realize until today. I mean, on top of me liking the post-style tip on my cake, it matches, like its pattern kind of matches the distressed nature of my shit.
Nice.
It does kind of. It's very nice. But yeah, what about you, man?
Well, unlike last week where I was vaping on this thing. This thing's still an alright buy, by the way. But this week, as some have already noticed, I got some mail. I got some mail from Serbia land. And this one, right meow, contained therein a gloom. Hooray! My gloom is back. It's not my gloom, it's a new gloom, because my old one got borked. But I got a gloom in it, and it is really, really good. It got made to my specifications. I signed up on the last list. And they, just like always, you can get a gloom or a walnut or most of the time a stab gloom, or not gloom, freehand. Anytime there's a list up, even though it says a gloomtum list, if you don't want a gloomtum, that's fine. If you can get any of the other three, just all you got to do is sign up. It's part of the thing in there. Go.
Oh, wait. I have to appease horror for a second. I missed him in chat. Spin it like you mean it. Boom. Throwing my pen for him.
Well done.
Wait, thumb spin. Oh, lost the handle. Fuck. This is a tough one to do with. I don't have wait. Grab the other one. Boom.
Yeah, I go around the thumb. That's how I roll it.
Knock my battery case in my garbage can.
Hope it was worth it. And by the way, so that was in this one. And by the way, this is still the same as the old boxes, but there's just a new black sleeve on it for some reason. But there was also this box, an old box. So I was messaged, I don't know, month and a half ago. Well, it was a little more than that ago. It was probably like 2 months ago, by a person whom that we talked to quite a bit before. His name is Stephen Martin. He said he had to get rid of his freehand, and he wanted to know if I would buy it. And I said, yes, I would. And the reason is because it's a Bliss. Yeah, it's a Bliss. So these guys
glow in the dark.
What's that?
Does it glow in the dark?
Does not glow in the dark. So it's made out of a very similar composite material as the gloom. Mm-hmm. It's unusual. So it's been polished and treated in whatever magic, Serbian magic that Dayan does. Apparently it doesn't stain. So that was one reason I never bought one in the first place, because they were only up. I think they only did one list. They might have done two. But when that material was gone, Dayan said he wasn't ever using it again because it was a lot of work to make each one of these. Not only to cut it and make it turn out right, but also the treating process and stuff afterwards is just very labor intensive, and he didn't want to make any more of them. So when Steven said that he had this for sale, I said, sure. I said, let's go. And then he said, oh, by the way, it's a mech. I was like, a mech? Why would you do that to a poor Bliss? So I've actually never seen this. I had him send it straight to Aaron, who handles the outbound stuff to Serbia. He sent it straight there, and then Aaron queued it up and sent it over to Dayan, who's upgraded it now to a MOSFET, which is what it has now. So I just got this back mid last week, and I am a happy boy. Happy boy. I'm a happy vapor because this is really, really nice, and I do intend on carrying this and seeing just how well it does stand up to just a regular use, because I've had other mods before, white ones that are composite materials, and they get, like you get finger monk stuff, and then like jeans will stain it a little bit. I was gonna
say, I'm wondering how it's gonna do with the blue, with the, putting them and taking them out of jeans, and I've noticed that, if you're in an area where you don't get hot, and you don't sweat, not a big deal, but if you sweat and you're wearing jeans, a lot of the time, just not actual sweat, but just the heat difference between your body and the jeans will pull some of that ink, into, and
reportedly that doesn't happen. You're right. No, I completely agree with you. You're right. That supposedly doesn't happen to this.
That's cool.
We'll see. So you may not have noticed because I haven't showed you, but I'm going to zoom up and show you the tops, because this is a significant part of my news. I suppose I don't know why I'm doing this quite yet, but
it's all good.
But I do want to show these off because they're pretty freaking sweet. Look at that.
Ebony.
And ivory. Look at that. That's awesome.
So I had a button made up for my previous gloom, and something happened to my MOSFET, and it malfunctioned after putting it on there. So this time I was like, forget it. I'm getting it exactly the way I want it from the factory, so they can have it all sorted out the way they like it, and everything will be fine. So hopefully that is the case. I do trust that is the case. So I am going to be basically probably these things are going to be glued to my hands for a while. Ooh, and I did get one of his little and you know what? I forgot the name of the material. There's an alloy of aluminum that he uses that he then Cerakotes, So I got a little beauty ring on this one. I figured the whole black. So I got the black logo, white mod, black thingy, black tip. A little white and black thing going on. Same thing with this, except for the other way around. I didn't go with the white button on the gloom, which I thought about doing. And I was like, no.
No, you greasy bastard. It's going to be stained in like weeks.
Because that's Cerakote, right? And it would probably wipe right off. It probably would be fine. But at the same time, I was like, a little blacked out gloom would be pretty cool. Just highlight it with the logo and the little bitty logo and then maybe a drip tip. Besides that, boom. Boom. Oh, dear. William doing the Lord's work.
Yeah, you see my angriness? Fucking
well done. I didn't see what happened.
That was not well done. I was leading up to a joke.
Oh.
Jumped my gun. Bastard.
I don't know what happened. It looked that must have been a mistake because he said the same thing over and over again.
No, it wasn't. He was being a cuck.
Oh.
Oh well.
Why should do a run of poke glooms like the Dia? Oh, that's not a bad idea, Brando. Not a bad idea at all. I don't know that I want to do that anymore because the last one ended up so poorly or went so poorly.
Yeah, I think we're just gonna stick with drip tips and cotton.
Yeah, and the occasional Narda like we did a while back. We haven't done that one of those in a long time.
Should do that.
Anyway, so that is what I'm vaping inside of the gloom. I've got, of course, Rail Tracker. And inside of this, I am trying Abolishment Squonking again. And on top of this one, I've got the Narca Omen tip. Post of course. And on this one is the Hussar RDA with an Omen tip on it. I think, did you vape anything today?
I did. I'm making, what the hell? Freaking dog trying to get in here. I'm moving on my mass T on the Squonker DNA with the Mulciber. You know, something I was just noticing.
What's that?
Because I have freaking daylight sun in here with these lights. Is it me or have you noticed because of squonking that you pay less attention to the wick?
So I think some people do. I think that is an accurate thing that a lot of people do. I am one of those weirdos that takes my cap off still all the time, just like I did when I was
really? Yeah. See, I haven't really been using drippers as of lately, but I just, you know, it's weird. Like I just look down in there and I'm like, damn, I need to change this fucking wick. I mean, it's pretty. Let's see if I can pull it out.
It's pretty rough.
This freaking muscle bore is a pain in the ass. Yeah, I mean, it's not, you know. Let me see. Let me pull my image up here.
Yeah, I got you on. That's not too bad.
Well,
I've had it way worse.
Yeah, but it's hard to get it to focus there. But
I mean, your coil's fine.
Your coil's clean.
Yeah, no, the coil's clean. It's just the wick to me sometimes. I don't know. I mean, I think it's because if you have multiple ones laying around, you know, you set one down, you grab it, so you know a few days can go by, and it's like, but I don't know. To me, it just seems like I've slacked more by squonking than with a dripper because yeah, you're taking that cap off before, put it back down. Damn, look at that monster.
The funniest thing is, though, I have the same outlook on squonking that I did dripping, which is like, depending on the juice, I'm like, fuck, okay, I got to be out of the house for work in like 30 minutes. I look at my wicks. I'm like, I'll be okay. I don't vape enough at work. Like, I go out to vape like once or twice in the day.
Rob Jones says your dog disapproves of your coils, Masty.
That's what's nice about having a bell cap, because I know when I need fucking juice.
Yeah, you do. That is true. The mun caps do make it easier, but
it's a learning curve like any addy or juice. Like you vape it enough, you know.
Yeah.
Unless you're drunk, you should know when it's getting dry and shit.
That's true. When I swap out my addies, to Massey's point, if my addie's been sitting there for a day or two, it's done. Like I know I'm gonna have to rewick it. Like it's always I think it pulls in moisture out of the air. It gets real poppy. It doesn't like wick right. It's just bad. You got to continuously vape them, otherwise it's no good.
I've actually gotten to putting from powder coating. I got a few silicone plugs, and I've gotten to just put them on because with the dog hair around here and the dust, dude. Like even like 2-3 days, it's kind of like everything gets stirred up and then it comes down.
Settles.
If the room is static, and it settles. I have not had any like weird burnt tastes when, and honestly, like even with the emulsifier, that's a small, hole where I mean, like you can compare it to like even the drip tip on this guy is wider bore than the emulsifier, and that's pretty standard, small, and you could still get shit falling down in there. So
regulated mods, both the ones that just hold up are unregulated.
He is a certified Mexican.
Mexican.
There you go.
Well done. So yeah, you're right. The opening is small, but at the same time, it only takes one dog hair on your coil, and I'm sure you'll never do that again.
That's why I do. That's why I put the plug in there. So,
yeah.
Well, not only that, but dude, I don't know about you, but I have more than just one mod set up and laying around.
Sure, absolutely.
And before, even with a dripper, like if you tried to lay it down to try to make sure nothing gets in there, that wasn't going to work. It's just going to be slipping, coming out the side. So, yeah.
So Marksky must have missed an episode or two. So let me catch you up on the strike. So the Hellfire Strike, I thought vaped extremely well. Like it vaped really, really well. It had a couple of cons that for me were it wasn't my thing. Let's see, small things. You have to wrap your coil backwards. You got to go counterclockwise or anti-clockwise. Otherwise your legs are up, and that's not how I like to vape. That's a little annoying. The biggest thing for me about it was the fact that the top cap, the airflow adjustment top ring, it would pop out of mine and would just fall off. And I carry mine in my Zippo pocket, my fifth pocket on my jeans, and the drip tip sticks out by like that, just a little bit. And if something bumped it, I've had it fall out before. Like, and if it falls out, you lose that thing, you're fucked. Your Addy's now done, right? So, man, that's it had to be moved on. There was something else that was a little annoying, but I can't remember what it was. But in any event, I did end up selling it. But I do think that's the best 22 millimeter atomizer that Hellfire's ever made. I think in fact, that might be the best thing they've made since the Exoset. And I really like the Exoset a lot. Everything else between there, the ones that I tried were okay. Some of them weren't that great. But that really is a good atomizer. But the Hussar RDA and the Haku are the ones that I use besides the NAR stuff. And to who was that? Was that Shane that was talking about the Mun caps? You're right. Mun caps are great. But the ones that I bought for the Narca, I have not had a chance to deal with yet. I bought 2 of them for the Narca just so I'd have a backup, even though they have one Narca. But they whistle really bad, really, really bad. I could take this cap off, not touch anything. Oh, I could take this cap off, not touch anything, put on the Mun cap, and it sounds like it sounds like a rape whistle. It was really, really bad, and I'm pretty sure I can fix that by with a little bit of a pointy file and just work on the outside of the airflow holes. But I have not done that yet. So I'm running the B style cap on the Narca. And then the other side of this is I didn't think I was going to get or like the Hussar RDA, so I did not buy a Mun cap for it when it was out. And then I ended up buying one of these when I sold the Strike. Actually, I bought the Hussar, and I probably should have because this is freaking good. Really, really nice.
They're pretty nice. It's so nice. I have not squonked in like forever.
Yeah,
most because I've been too lazy to rebuild it. I haven't like sat and done the parallel thing. But
Yeah, the O-rings are apparently bad, and I bought it from Joe Chick, who was now a Hellfire admin, humorously enough. But I told him about it, and he said, "Oh, just let me send you some O-rings. I'm sure they'll sort you out. I'll tell them, and they'll send over." So apparently, a few of them did have some small O-ring problems, and they did sort that out. So I'm not saying anything bad about Hellfire. They definitely tried to fix it, but it was the top cap thing in general. Even if it snugged it up, it just wasn't secure enough for me as a normal 2-piece setup, because that's not going anywhere, right? Don't have to worry about a normal top cap. So it was more peace of mind more than anything for me.
So things.
Mm-hmm. There's the biggest piece of news that I have is ECR.
Yeah, we'll get to that in a bit. I saw something awesome this past weekend. I saw a few awesome things.
Where were you this past weekend, Fu?
I was at, I mentioned this last week. Thankfully, Giancarlo from Omegeddon informed me there was, in my own fucking neighborhood, not my neighborhood, but within an hour from me in Brooklyn, there was a vape event, mainly a B2B event, Vape Event New York, I think it was called. It was Thursday, Friday. I came for like half the day Friday before I had to work. And it wasn't bad. It started off a little slow, and then people started rolling in. I saw people. I saw one of my old coworkers. That was nice. Ran into him. Saw Mike Vapes. Hung out with him. Brian from Vapor Chronicles. Fuck. So I think we spent like a third of our day at the Geek Vape booth. I think that's where Mike Vapes was posted up. So cool people there. I saw Eric, Vinyl and Vapor, for those of you following on Instagram. He's a cool cat. Who else did I see? And I'm fucking shot right now. I can't think. Brian, Mike, Spiro from City Vape. But anyway, it was a fun event. Did some walking. I got 2 swag bags, but took no swag. I didn't give a shit about it. And now, mind you, this was my first event I'd gone to in like a year and a half. So things just ain't the same for gangsters. That's what I'm going to say. Half of the fucking floor was Nick Salts. Nah. I was about to say.
Gotta jump on that next bandwagon.
And I'm just, sitting there with the SX and the K-Fun. I'm just like, I'm like, where's Phil and Dimitri? They'd be proud. But I did see Aspire had a booth there.
Yeah.
Vupu had a booth there. Right?
How was that booth?
I didn't go. Like there were only like 4 or 5 booths I actually like hung out at.
That would have been the perfect Mass and Fu interview. Put the microphone in their face booth to do that at.
It would have been if they weren't getting chastised by everyone else.
No. I'm talking about just
just going around. Yeah.
How's the whooping? And just how's it whooping?
So the one booth that I did give a shit about, what they had was Aspire, because I'd seen pictures of this mod some time ago.
Yeah.
And where is it? Boom. Check that shit out. That's their squonker. I saw render photos of it some months ago. And
I shared the actual photo of it.
Okay, we did talk about it on the show.
Yeah, we did. I pulled it from, and the only info I had from it was a single picture from.
Is that a pube there on the bottom?
Vaping V1CK.
That is
he showed up on the. Huh?
Too thin to be like a pube. I'm sure. But anyway, so this is the squonker. That's it in my hand. I should have taken a side by side. I mean, a side by side with my SX and K Fun would not have been great. But this thing right here, so they have a proprietary bottle system, and this is a MOSFET, by the way. Battery tube. This. I didn't get a picture of the squonking system because there were like a lot of people who want to get their grubby hands all over it. So, all right, we're gonna draw.
I got your click. Go ahead.
So it's like the little plastic enclosure, right? That you have like this, and the silicone bottle goes inside here. Venn diagram. And and then
wait a minute, the silicone bottle goes inside that box.
yeah, it's like an enclosure to keep
Okay.
it stable, and it's like a sleeve. And
Okay.
then on top, put the burgundy here. It's like a little like metal cap that goes on top, which connects directly to the 510.
Okay.
So there's no tubing, or I don't think there's any tubing or anything involved.
Mm.
Fucking neat, in my opinion. It's
So
like-
what's the seal between the bottle and the 510 pin tube?
I don't know. I couldn't get that information.
Magic.
Yeah, I assume there's probably it's like an O-ring. So there with your burgundy part, it probably just fits up there, you know, with an O-ring or something.
Yeah, and honestly, this is like one of the coolest fucking things I've seen them make. So go back to the tape. So we have a thumb fire button there.
Mhm.
Really nice. It's got a really good handle. I don't have particularly giant hands, so it was comfortable in my hand. And the rep said that it will be. He said it'll be coming under $100 MSRP. My guess is going to be like $80, which I think would be fair. If it comes with an Addy, this is not the Addy that's going to be included with it. I hope not anyway. I think it was just like a
Clouds
show.
Yeah.
Stupid top airflow Addies.
That checkered pattern, is it really light or is it really grippy?
It's
Because-
grippy enough. It doesn't really bother you.
Well, because I'm wondering if think of cheese getting all up in there and what's going to happen.
Well, vapors are generally dirty bitches, so you never know.
Mhm.
You've
Mhm.
fixed your share of.
That reminds me. Yeah.
Yeah.
To be honest, Boo, that one already looks a little mungy. It's starting to look
Yeah.
little something.
Mhm.
This is their prototype, so it's got like dings on it and shit. Like,
Yeah.
and the thing is, it's solid. It's got a good weight to it. I have all the hope for it. My little nitpick here is that the screws and the panels.
Sure.
If they really want to, maximize profits, you get like a little lip under mat, and you make them super magnet, so you can have like.
Well, you
bologna.
could still hide the magnets where the screws go.
Yeah.
So that's the thing.
Flushing out the screws and then
Yeah, they
have the magnets where the screw holes are.
They seem pretty adamant about sticking with the screws, and I was just like, "Yo, there are a lot of clowns you could make money off of selling bolognium panels for them and all that."
Yeah, but it probably lends to the rigidity of the mod by using the side panels for being able to clamp down on shit. So
because if you look, it looks weird here the way it comes out
pretty thick
of the body, but it doesn't really bother me. It didn't bother me, and I know some people can.
It'd probably take a little more milling too, because they'd have to inset it a little bit and then cut out the magnet holes.
Yep.
Because if you didn't inset it into the body a little bit, then any little bump would take even strong magnets off of there.
Go flying.
Yeah. Yeah, you'd have to do a little work there, and that's probably why.
They could press fit them.
Yeah, you could press fit them and glue them, maybe. Yeah.
Anyway, I thought that was neat. Massey, you got the music ready? Because this is what I went. This is like the thing I look most forward to going to these shows.
1 second.
That's right, everybody.
They do look like 1911 grips, by the way.
Yeah, I was gonna say they look like gun grips.
So we do have some crucifixions, because what's going to a vape show? Well, seeing some bullshit, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I saw some shit. I don't think I got as many as I could have, just because I was, I was doing all sorts of things, eating dank pizza and hanging with people. So
You got
This
you
one-
clicked on?
A little quieter.
Okay.
this one
Good.
particularly hurt. Ready? Boom.
Oh my god, are you serious?
I feel bad because actually I tried like half of their flavors, and there were a couple of ones that weren't bad. And I was just acting all friendly and shit, and then I took pictures, and I'm like, I love the display.
That's crazy.
This hurts the bodega shopper in me, real talk.
Wow.
I don't even think the company's from New York. I don't think they are. I don't think I got that far in the conversation with them. I need to pull up chat. This is awesome. Anyway, so this one was bad.
Wow.
Hold on. Did you see what Aaron just said?
Really? Wow.
For those that haven't seen chat, Aaron said apparently Dripmore worked with Arizona and got permission. I am shocked if that's true.
I'm shocked if that's true.
Who's the source? Is it Dripmore? Because if it is, they're full of shit. There's no fucking way Arizona gives permission for somebody with a fucking e-liquid manufacturer to do that.
Anyway, how do I conclude this?
Oh my god. Wow. Salt.
See this guy here? He's
Wait.
like, I don't think this marketing's a good idea, Bob.
Wait, hang on a second. Hold that picture up. Is that the comedian that died and now he's not really dead?
What the fuck is his name? I know who you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about? Ralphie May.
Yeah, Ralphie May.
What? Ralphie May's not
Ralphie-
dead?
He's not, he's right there.
Cuba
He's
diving.
Salt Bay.
Cuba diving. Cuba diving.
Wow.
Cuba diving.
All these flavors. Why so salty?
So Angsty said
thought
exactly
that
what I
was
was. Yeah, that's a great line, but why this?
Right, the Salt Bay thing is ridiculous, but the whole
Wow.
motto thing's pretty funny. Come on.
They should have. Yeah. I mean, they should have just had the picture of Grim licking the popsicle.
By the way, that could be Ralphie. Ralphie's like 2 or 3 of that guy.
No, he lost all the weight, but
Yeah, he lost a bunch of weight.
he
Yeah.
had surgery, but the problem
Yeah,
is
yeah.
when you tax your organs that hard for most of your life,
Mm-hmm.
shit like, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Oh, shit.
wow. Shit. Oh my god.
very juice-fictions.
Oh, I need to timestamp this part.
Sweetener tastes like balls.
It's amazing.
Oh, God, please stop.
Holy crap.
So yeah,
That
I'm
was
actually curious to
amazing.
see if they actually got permission.
Let's reach out to him. I'll reach out to him and see, you know, show me the pudding. Show me the pudding.
Right?
They're gonna be like, what? You want the e-liquid pudding flavor? We got permission from Quaker Oats to put this in here.
Yeah, rip headphone users. Sorry.
Do you remember when Arizona passed some like unpopular immigration legislation? People boycotted Arizona iced tea, even though it was made by like 2 Jewish dudes in New York.
Yeah, definitely. These guys are thinking, hey, what the fuck? We didn't do shit. Yeah.
So yeah. There were like I'm trying to remember if there were any juicifiable brands there, but those were like the 2 that really stuck out to me. The Salt Bay one was just like they weren't violating any code. That was just fucking stupid.
It's just stupid, yeah.
But yeah, it was a good event. I wish I could have stayed later actually, because people were showing up like within an hour of me leaving, and I couldn't hang out all day. But it's nice. The space was kind of small, a little cramped, but it's, you know, you're in fucking Brooklyn. And
I have some conflicting news. I have a source that just PM'd me that said that it was confirmed a while ago that the Arizona Iced Tea Company has nothing to do with that Dripmore BS.
Yeah, I fucking knew it.
Yeah.
you want to be the man, you gotta beat the man.
Yes.
And as famous as Gular is, that came from Cisco.
Oh, fucking where is? Hang on, let me get a sound.
Arizona
bite here.
iced tea is literally based in my backyard.
Here we go.
I don't care. I don't care.
Oh shit. Well, actually, this one is better for the Arizona iced tea.
I love Mexican people.
That's what the Dripmore company said.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm sure.
Wow.
But
Well, there you go. There you have it. We knew we'd get to the bottom of it.
they had a pink lemonade flavor I tried, which was.
Oh
really
wait, I just got a message from Greg. Thanks. Make sure you watch your podcast and subscribe and unsubscribe and donate. Or what's the other one? I don't even fucking know.
Like and subscribe. And...
Yeah, click the bell and go to patreon.com/
turn on post notifications, show my page.
Patriarch.com/Lycos.
Lycos. You should get a third dog
man,
and
I use
Lycos like in the ad.
Yeah.
This pains me. And it pains me because I have to admit that Will was right about something.
Oh boy!
Well, before you go there,
wait, hang on. Do I have a sound bite of?
No. So really quick.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. I thought you were done.
Last little tidbit. This crucifixions got me all out of whack. So pretty much gone through like just about all of my Scion coils, and I'll say this: don't go for the triple coil. Those are the lower watt coils, but they didn't perform as consistently as I'd liked. I got a couple of baddies; they wouldn't break in. And yes, I know how to prime a coil, but the bro coil, that giant fucking. How many did I did a measurement of the diameter of the coil? It was something stupid, like 8 millimeters or something.
Oh yeah, you could have both stuck a pinky in there. Yeah.
They're the better ones. They treat me great. I run them at 110 watts. So just a heads up, if you do plan on buying this tank, get the. What are these?
Get the giant ridiculous coils.
The giant ridiculous, the 0.3, the 100 to 200 watt ones.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's all I got to say about that. I'm loving this thing quite a bit, actually. And I didn't think I'd like a bro tank. I've fucking sucked up about this much foos gold since 2 Thursdays ago. Or 2 Wednesdays ago, whenever my shit showed up. Yeah.
That's approaching half a Calderon. That's pretty impressive.
And that's the thing, because I've been on 6, and this is 3, and I don't fucking feel it at 110 watts. This is just like, But yeah. But Angsty, yes, tell us why Will was right.
So anybody that knows me knows I'm just joking. But so it seems that Reddit, the place that I firmly believed was quite open, and you're able to say, I mean, because I've seen some messed up shit on Reddit, and if you haven't looked very hard. They have gone the route of the old lefty Twitter and the YouTube locking down on free speech and all that sort of stuff, and they've restricted e-liquids, and they thought for a little while they were going to kill vaping, the whole vaping sub, but apparently the ECR mods have been in contact with the Reddit admins and have worked out some apparently very gray and not fast rules about what can happen.
Dog Magnum got out. It was such a good time.
Yeah, no doubt. I sent him a message. I was like, you realize as soon as you left, ECR went to shit, right?
him and Virus left together.
Yeah, it's true. Virus too.
Wow, that was like some visionary shit.
So hint, there was something coming down the pipe, and I feel I don't know.
Okay, first of all, can you go to the picture in the sidebar of that page? What the fuck is that mod?
Oh, I have no idea. It's ugly, but whatever it is.
Moving on.
So the short of it is they have decided that they're going to have corporate policies, and that has nothing to do with anything related to firearms, anything related to any sort of speech that they deem inappropriate for public discourse. And apparently that also includes e-liquid and vaping. Now, the guidelines that were given right now, at least as it stands right now, is we can still talk about and give away hardware and accessories, but no giveaways of e-liquid. And I have heard in the solicitation too, right? So no vendors can talk about their own stuff in there and all that kind of stuff. And I've heard that it may turn into not talking about e-liquid at all, because that might, somebody under 18 might read it.
All right, now it's just going to be fucking posts about my smoke mod going awry, and can I wash out my fucking TFV8 coils?
Yeah,
that's it. That's all ECR is now.
Yeah, it was bad enough before, and now, at some point, would I have argued about getting rid of some of the bullshit juice giveaway threads that were everywhere all the time, which got really annoying. There's no doubt about it. But at the same time, you have to look at places like Bombies, places that have grown businesses out of this little community that at least several years ago was really tight, and there's a lot of people in there helping people, and it wasn't a lot of bullshit drama. It was people trying to quit smoking, and I really do have some good memories of some halcyon salad days in ECR.
Do you remember when we had fun on ECR? Do you remember when we had fun?
I do.
I should be wearing my fucking cardigan right now. I remember.
I do.
I did wear a cardigan to work today. I was like, hey. I remember when it was about OKRs and OKLs and Raptor chips and
figuring out dripping and figuring out building your own coils and all that shit. Like, it was cool.
Right? It's like we bought real estate and sold it before it crashed.
Yeah.
To me, I don't.
It's already sucked for a while.
Yeah,
to be honest.
I mean,
well, dude, and the thing is, Facebook's. I mean, with all the shit going on with Facebook too. Come on, like it's like every place that we really use.
It's a little more understandable, but basically, once the race to the bottom in the juice market started, ECR just Bigglesworth is pricey. Ooh.
But honestly, there was a post of, first you complain about how many fucking sales there are, and now there's no sales, and now you're still complaining, and blah blah blah, and it people just are missing the point. It isn't about the sales; it's about the censorship of the shit that you're putting on there. Yeah. I mean, look at all the regulations and hoops that people have to jump through to be able to sell any of the juice online, and now you can't even talk about it. So
not gonna lie though, seeing people fucking freak out about it in the comments it made my poop.
Yeah,
when it was really
it's got shit to do with the e-liquid itself for me. I couldn't give less of a shit about that. Right. It's just it seems like another step down the path of seeing everything being locked down and somebody else policing what you can talk about on the internet. Which for those of us that have been around for longer than 5 years on the internet, that sucks. That's jarring to like our whole world of not being able to have an open platform of saying and saying stuff that's unpopular. We say stuff that's unpopular all the time. And like when's YouTube gonna come by and say that right now? Because what we're doing is discussing vaping.
And that's
vaping's gay. I'd be like, well, I can't disagree with you there.
I mean, you've shut us down. You've seen what's been happening with some of the reloading videos. If anybody's into reloading, they've been taking a lot of reloading videos down. They're looking at components of things. They're not saying, look at all this ammunition this guy has. They're saying, look, he's showing you how to take a cartridge and do this. Oh no, we can't teach that. We can't show that. I mean, honestly, could you imagine? I mean, it could have been to the point where I went and when I posted, I think the first thing that I posted in ECR was my controller mod that I did. Yeah. That I varied from Joe Litz because I put can you imagine? Oh, this guy's, destroying these controllers that are non-working, and that's not allowed here.
And then look at other like hyper educational channels like Cody's Lab is one that AVE talks about all the time, right? He does all kinds of chemistry stuff. So does Nile Red. A bunch of those guys do all these like chemistry stuff that if you wanted to be a Nazi about it, they're teaching you how to do some stuff that could be really objectionable if you wanted to be a shitlord about it, right? But I mean, like take Cody's Lab, right? He showed, this was like 2 years ago. He had a video on how to make black powder with urine, like with his own piss. Like he made,
Was it a fucking Bear? Is it a Bear Grylls original?
no, he literally took from his urine and composted a bunch of like grass and stuff with it. Ended up extracting the urea out of it and making the whole thing. And it took him like 2 years to do it or whatever, right?
So you're telling me.
And and this is why we're just gonna have I mean, I just saw someone post today. We're gonna have a society that doesn't know how to do these things. Not necessarily that you need to know how to make gunpowder, but you know what? A process of it, understanding how the chemistry works behind it. You know, I mean, I saw a post today about and this has been in the news, having the right to fix your own John Deere tractor, for example.
Yeah, no, John Deere.
You're not a hacker, okay? Yeah. You are. Here's a tractor from the 50s, okay, 50s and 60s, and where computers hadn't really started taking over. Now, remember, I'm saying 50s and 60s because 60-something Corvette had fuel injection, or they had the multi-port or the single-port fuel injector on the top. So remember that. But anyways, here's a tractor that, it breaks. You can still get parts for, case, and all these other, no problem. You go to the John Deere one, they have so many freaking sensors on them, which are great. But you can't just, go down to your AutoZone and get a scan tool and plug it in to find out what's wrong. Why is it not running? You have to take it to the dealer. These guys are spending $2,000.
And the key reason why is you don't own it anymore. You go out there and you buy a John Deere tractor. You're not buying the tractor. You're buying a lease. You're buying to use it, and then you retain possession of it, but you don't own it.
Right. So this thing breaks down at these guys' farms, and it takes they got to get a flatbed and load this shit and take it to the John Deere dealer, and have it scanned, and they tell them what's wrong and bring it back. Fuck that. So there are people that have gotten software online and like diesel mechanics, and they do it, and it's very illegal. This one was talking about in Nebraska is where this was being filmed, and one of the guys is like, so we went and got the software, and I'm able to fix it because now I can run diagnostics on it on the laptop. So, but that's one thing, okay? Because I know for years in like the Chrysler and Dodge scene, they covered up their they encrypted their software on the communication between the computer and the sensors. But the shitty part is the guy goes, look, here is a GPS antenna unit that sits on top of the tractor. Okay, you need this to be working for the tractor to work. Okay, you can't just unplug it and not have it working. All right, here's a unit. Well, this unit is 5 years old. John Deere says they don't support it anymore. So what do we have to do? We have to unplug this unit and plug another one in. There's physically, it's a little weathered, but there's nothing wrong with it. That's bullshit, man. Yep. That is taking something, So what they did was they went to the legislature, and they actually drafted up a bill basically allowing in the state of Nebraska to have the ability to repair. It doesn't mean that you can just sit there and try to get into the software with your tractor and fuck with it. It's just to repair. Well, kind of funny that the two people that showed up were Apple and Google. And they were like, what are you guys doing here? They're like, oh, well, this affects, this opens the door for software tampering, because in this state, now they're saying, so what are they hitting them with? They're saying, well, fine, we're not going to sell your state any products. So if you want to buy an Apple phone, for example, and you live in Nebraska, you can't get it shipped to you from the internet. You can't buy it in Nebraska. You're gonna have to go. You won't have service. So it's a whole ball of wax, and it's being contested right now. But it's crazy, and it's again another piece of the controlling pie.
Yep.
Cars aren't exempt from this either. I was reading about, I think Chevy was doing some shit like this about basically putting you in a position where you have to take it to a dealer to get specific things fixed. And
yeah,
sure. And that's there. There was some legislation a few years back with the OBD2 ports or whatever, right? That they're required to have on all cars. So at least you can diagnose things yourself, which is good.
Yeah.
And to a certain extent, I can understand that when it comes to something transmitting like a phone, right? I kind of can possibly understand that, but like bullshit like tractors and cars and stuff like that, like there is no reason I shouldn't be able to open up my car.
They don't want another whiskey. They don't want another whiskey rebellion. What can I say?
Well, here's the thing. Like with vehicles, it's a little bit different because of the safety standards and all the other shit that they have to abide by, right? So if you're in there fucking with shit and you all of a sudden disable the airbags and you get in a crash and you fucking die, that's a problem. But on a tractor, like what the fuck? You're fucking telling shit up. And one of the things the one guy said was, they use that I think it's anhydrous ammonia. So when they're fertilizing the ground,
yes.
He says this can only happen in a very short window. He said our tractor broke, and it was going to be impossible for me to drive it over, take it to the dealer, have them, fix the computer issue to tell me what the problem was and bring it back. So he goes, I had to do what I had to do. And he went and downloaded the software from some Eastern Europe, freaking commie block place. And, he's probably got all kinds of Trojans on that computer, but he didn't care. He says, this is just a computer that I used to connect to this, and it worked. And it was like a freaking $15 sensor, so it's just crazy shit. So. Yep,
it's crazy, and it all starts. Not all starts, but like this whole conversation started at Reddit. That sucks. It just seeing and like thinking about the fact that they really could. YouTube could decide tomorrow to do the same thing, right? And we'd be done.
Well, think about this: if we had sponsors, okay, that were worth a shit, they would be pressuring those sponsors first, but we don't. And honestly, I'm wondering if I'm really interested if some of these guys who actually have sponsors that are not in the vape community, which I don't know if there is or not, but who knows, right? Someone can want to sponsor, one of the YouTube celebrity videos for some reason, but I'm wondering if they put pressure on these sponsors. Now you don't get your 50 cents for every video that you put up, and they start hitting you there. So.
Sure. And Aaron's right, by the way. He said a few minutes ago, he was talking about there was an article that came out a while back not a while back, but like the other day, that was talking about how a few of the gun channels that have been shut down at YouTube, they've been moving over to Pornhub of all places. I mean,
isn't that funny? Yeah.
It's nuts. Porn, really? That's where we have to go to now? Come on.
You get gun nuts, go to Pornhub, get a nut.
Yeah, well, and there's been a few that I've ended up moving all their videos over there. I mean, yeah, I don't know. Yeah,
it's sanctuary website.
It's bananas.
Honestly, it makes me feel. I mean, not that I felt bad about it before, but it makes me feel even better that we don't have any fucking sponsors tied to anything. We don't have anyone saying, "Well, you really can't say that." We've been like this for what, almost fucking 4.5 years since the beginning. I mean, it's nothing new, so.
Yeah, Jared, he just said, you guys must not know that America is the land of the free. You know what the problem is we're still arguably the most free. But
everyone should watch the Democracy episode of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Just watch that. And it'll all make sense.
Rob Jones says he's going to have a really hard time watching Poe on Pornhub. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I imagine our guests would be more attractive.
Right.
I think Chuff wanted to be on the show tonight, didn't he?
I think he just said just to bring our hopes up that he may actually come on. He's like, no. I said, I'm like, at least hang out in the peanut gallery like he used to. Where he would be hidden and try and break our...
I've forgotten. He used to join.
I felt like, dude, like every fucking week, I'm always like, God, where the fuck is Chuff?
He was very entertaining, having
very valuable in the peanut gallery.
Came down. So there's that. That's the big bummer news that I had. That I wanted to talk about. It sucks. It needs to be said. People need to know about it if you didn't know about it. And I wanted to bitch about it for a minute.
Yeah, and honestly, like, it sucks, but ECR has basically been on life support for me for a while. And
totally.
They're just like, It was like this much brain activity. And they just be kind of
what's the best smoke tank? That gets old answering after a while.
Because the thing is, like, the conversation hasn't really shifted since I started coming around there. Oh, it did, and yeah, it's just.
Yep.
Hey, at least Mooch is bulletproof to all of this.
Dog, are you kidding? He talks about like explosive.
No. What I mean is his place in the sub isn't affected by it. He can still do his battery things and still put out the good word. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Well, until they deemed us. I mean, remember we had this talk where they deemed those batteries, or the government was thinking about fucking banning the 18650s.
Yep.
Going after them because of the damage that they could cause. That could resurface back up if they get a wild hair up there.
If they ban 18650s, there are going to be a lot of fucking building supers who are going to unite. And flashlights.
So to kind of bring this full circle and close out what I started this whole thing out with, is William's been telling me for a long time that Reddit is cancer, like all of Reddit.
Oh, it has been for a long time.
And like I was like, I don't disagree, but there's a few places that are all right. That still kind of retain a little bit of thing that I like, and now it's like, fuck it.
The sports subs are still good because they're independent of all that. But like RNBA, if you like basketball, like RNBA has made me like basketball again because memes and clips.
Oh, is that right?
It's great. It's actually probably one of the best subs in my opinion. Of like the ones I visit, RNBA is great, and RNFL.
Sure. So there's that. I did want to mention something about performance on vaping stuff, so we can reel it back to vaping things for just a minute. I had a particular coil in here, and it was sent to me by a viewer by the name of Robert Key. He was a very cool guy, and he sent me a couple coils to get dialed in because he makes them for people that he thinks is cool. So I appreciate that. So I was running that thing on this for a week or two, whatever that was. Well, I was running it on the box mod and then running it on this. And it worked fine in this. And I was fine with it for however long I was running this thing. And then I took it, and when the gloom came in, I put it on the gloom. And I've been waiting to give him like final feedback of how this particular coil and wrap and all the wires and stuff that he was using performed on the thing that I was going to be using a lot, right? When I got the gloom back. And when I got it, the first thing that happened was it was too hot. And it hasn't been too hot the whole time I've been using it until now it's on this thing. And so the only reason I bring that up is one thing that Dayan has told me several times. We've had a lot of conversations about how he wires his mods in general and how he also even hooks up the MOSFET. And like he's got some proprietary shit that he does in there. And I think I don't think I took him terribly seriously at first. Like I was like, okay, well, it doesn't, the electrons got to flow into the MOSFET the same way, right? The same as everybody else. But all I know is I took this atomizer with that coil in it from one mod to the other, and it's too hot in this and not too hot in that. And it wasn't too hot in the mech even. Well, it was a little too hot, but it wasn't too bad.
Will you say man was not hot?
Man was not hot. He was not bullshitting. I think there is something to do with this thing. Shane says, I told you, Angsty. I know. Like I said, I've had these conversations with Dayan. I just didn't know. I hadn't really witnessed that, I guess, in that kind of specific way. It's kind of interesting. I thought that was kind of cool. I still, as much as I hate the fact that the last one busted, I went and got another one. It was that good. By the way, I had to sneak around a little bit. Did I tell you about this? Dayan wanted to fix it. He wanted to make me another one and send it, and he wouldn't take any money for it because he felt bad that it failed on me. And I was like, dude, I need to pay for some of this. There's no reason for you to have to pay for another whole mod. So I signed up on the list and didn't tell him, and then just went through Maya. Sucker. And then I could pay for it.
Yeah,
that's how good it is.
And then he's gonna see this, and then you're gonna wake up to a fucking refund tomorrow morning.
You didn't watch the show?
Oh, you're right.
He doesn't want, and actually, to your point, the only reason I say that I bothered to say that is because I had to tell Maya the other day because she told me to sign up for the list, and I think it was for that reason. So I had to tell her anyway. So the cat's out of the bag. So if if we're gonna have to fight a war over it, then it'll.
No, can't know if he doesn't watch.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah, and Goulart said that's right. The new ones got even less drop off, which I did. I'm gonna go by his. I didn't know we could say that yet, but the new thing that's coming from Limelight, apparently 0.01 volt drop off, and it's not a mech. Yeah, no,
sounds like
guns aren't regulated. They're MOSFET mods, by the way. Sorry, go ahead.
I was saying that like that 0.01 volt drop. I'm like that just brought me back to 2014 with the Amerivape pitches.
Yeah, that's right. Except for this has got a MOSFET in it, which doesn't make any sense. You'd think it would be worse than that, but there it is. He says he's tested it, and the man knows his angry pixies. He knows his angry pixies. I can't wait to try that one. Yeah, so the dripsticks came. Shameless James just was talking about the dripstick from Omen came out. I think everybody's probably gotten theirs by now. I think that's pretty cool.
Oh, he said 0.01 volt through the board. That's not total.
Oh, through the board.
No, I'm just saying like this because there's a 510. There's going to be some wires and stuff, but it's going to be low.
That's fine. I don't if it's because that's the only part that's going to be actually impeding it. Really, is the big one that's going to be impeding is through the board. Yeah. So everybody's got their dripsticks now, which I think is really awesome.
Wait, Will got his in or not yet?
Will got his in today. I think that's pretty cool. Still looking forward to seeing how that thing works and how Will gets on with it. See if I need to chase one down or not. I'm still not sure about a hybrid dripper of that size. I think if I got one, and I'm in discussion with somebody to get one. I think I might get an Origin little tank or tiny tank, like the one that Sean used to use. I think that might be really cool on it. Oh, dude, Kenny B, AVE is the best. I freaking love that channel. You'll see me drop some Skookum Choochers and that kind of stuff in here every now and then because it's God, I love that channel. Yeah, it's definitely 2-finger claw grip. It would have to be.
Yeah,
because it's slightly smaller than a Jewel, so it would definitely be one of those kind of.
It would be like this. Just
holy shit! That almost went in my tank. Oh.
Could you imagine?
That would have.
Diet Coke sweet tea.
I think the diameter. I think it's 14 or 16 mil.
Yeah,
on the outside.
I remember the first vape meet I went to. I hit a 14500. It was a JM16. Anyone remembers that mod JM16?
I don't remember the JM16.
It was a Polish mech with an Igo T on top. Yeah, that was their 16 millimeter dripper.
With an Igo T, the titanium one?
No, which one was the 16 millimeter one? The tiny Igo.
Well, that's what I was trying to remember. I don't remember the Igo having a 16. I thought
it wasn't around for very long.
It wasn't that because I feel like even the L was like 20.
No, the L was like 21 millimeters or something
like that. Yeah.
There was an Igo that was 16 millimeters. So vape historians who have more than 423 years of vape experience, let me know.
Right.
But yeah, there was a 16 millimeter Igo. Igo W L T S. Maybe the Igo S.
Maybe the Igo S.
Let's Google it.
Google it. I'm sure it's on. It's probably still on Fast. All right. Was there anything else I was supposed to talk about this week?
Remember, there was an Igo W 2, 3, and 4.
Yeah.
Yep, Igo S. Boom.
But the W was the dual coil bigger one though.
Yeah.
That one was also 21 millimeters. It was weird.
Yeah. I've got no updates on the one. I haven't even looked at it this last week, dude. Work is going to be shit for like at least another month for me. I haven't done anything. Barely. Like I just took the same atomizer from setup to setup here. I didn't even rebuild it. I've done no testing. No testing on the one. Oh, I do need to say that. Oh shit, who was it? It was Ace. Ace PM'd me and said that the tight cap thing that I was seeing on the one, he said that if you replace the deck O-ring with the Narda one, he said it helps a lot with it. I was like, okay, maybe. I didn't think that was the part that was sticking. I thought it was just hard to grip, but maybe that would help. I don't know. I think Masty may have said something to that nature on the show.
I did. Yeah, because I was talking about the when I had to try to take the Narda cap with, you know, that was
the Matt Narda one, the media blasted one.
Yeah, yep, the media blasted one. That was, oh man, that was impossible. Like, what the fuck? Because then I always ran the glass one. Yeah, you know, I never put that one back on. So.
Ken Hardy's asking whether or not anybody's got the SVA Addy. I did not, because it doesn't look great to me as well. That's why I didn't.
I think I saw a picture of it. I was like,
yeah, no, that's okay. That is okay.
I hope it's wired okay.
Anyway,
you see chat, Angsty?
Yeah.
So, did you guys see the guy who posted just a few hours ago talking about that he just discovered that he's been vaping brass in his Aspire Nautilus Mini for the last 3 years? Where have you been?
Yeah. I got a pack of Newports on my dining table for you, buddy.
Somebody doesn't watch Plumes.
I'm surprised
Somebody doesn't have a fucking brain.
I'm surprised he's still using the same Nautilus Mini.
Yeah, I remember when that came out, man. That shit was hot.
Yeah.
It's a good tank.
Yeah.
Maybe clean that shit out once in a while.
Well, and pay attention to your gear, boys. Right?
Seriously.
Have a look. Just have a look around every now and then, huh?
Just fucking take one of the cartridges and drill it.
Fucking, yeah. Fucking
scrape it.
Look at your tank. Clean your fucking finger cheese. Buy a fucking kabuki, dog.
I've been driving my car for 3 years without oil.
Is that bad?
What do?
Now my car sounds like a fucking mill.
Why the car have no oil? I'm done. Masty, you done?
You're done.
Boo, you done?
Mm-hmm.
Good.
I got something good for you.
So on our way out, I do want to say thank you very much for everybody that joined us this last week. We hope you are doing well. We hope that you vape well this next week. Watch your damn mouth when you talk on ECR. Don't try to give away any e-liquids or talk about any firearms or anything that some corporate overlord says you can't do.
Click the links, subscribe, click the bell, click the Patreon, click the patronizing.
Patreon.com/food needs cash money.
.org.
No, I'm not editing that in after the fact. You just have to use your imagination.
Just create it. Just create it. You should fucking. All right. After we get done, we're gonna create that Patreon. Could you imagine, food? You could have Voop sessions. That'll be what you're giving to your subscribers.
That's for tier 3 subscribers.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's tier 3, $30 a month. Right. You get the Voop with that.
Let's do this. I want negative 1% of your profits. Okay, we're doing this. Stay tuned for next week we are putting the fucking Patreon link in the video. That's going to be great. And stick around, since we had an awesome intro. I have some people said that the intro was probably one of the better ones that they've seen. This next outro is probably going to be one of the best ones that you've seen. So stick around. I hope you're ready for this. Ladies, if we have any watching, which I know we don't, but either way, I'll still put the disclaimer in there. Make sure you're sitting down for this one.
Reese's Pieces.
Mute your mic. That's a 10.
They all do it to each other's buttholes.